Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakodash. The honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom also to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening to you, I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. And I wanted to do like a skillful adding, a response to this video from the elder brother right here in Chicago. The elder brother Narazakia, he made a lesson called Stop Getting Hyped Off These Affiliate Camps. I watched the whole lesson, and he made some very heavy points, man. Some very, very heavy points. And, one of the things about going out to teach and, checking in with the camps that you're around, is that when you come to actually get in contact with these great millstone camps, and you want to get associated with brothers and so on and so forth, well, guess what, man? Going out to teach, going out to camp is going to test your might, and what I mean by that is that, like the elder brother, he made a lot of good points, man. When you come to camp, you're not going to be the top guy, so to speak, when you first come. You when you join a camp, you're going to be at the bottom of the totem pole, man. He said that, when you go out to teach by yourself, you're the main speaker, you're the reader, you're the one, basically, you're the main guy, man. But when you come to a camp, you're the guy at the bottom. You got to start from scratch, man. And a lot of guys have a problem with that, man. A lot of guys have a problem with being proven, because that's another thing. That's a scripture that the brother brought out. Let me get it real quick. It says Sirach 6:7. It says, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. So, a lot of guys don't like to get put to the test. They don't like to get proved by brothers. They don't like to get, they don't like to get asked questions of where they've been at, what have you been doing, what do you do with your time, Ak? Because that's what's gonna happen when you come join the camp. You're gonna be given duties within the camp. You're not just gonna join the camp and be all idle. That's another thing too, man. A lot of these guys that want to do their own thing, they don't really have a lot of tasks or responsibilities through the spirit to keep them in line, man. A lot of these guys are idle, man. A lot of these guys are idle. It says that idleness teacheth much evil. It says 33:27. This is let me get it real quick. This is Sirach 33:27. It says, send them to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. And see, the apostles and elders, and the way that Great Millstone is set up, we're not lazy. All right. We're instant in season and out of season. Brothers give you tasks to do through the spirit. I was seeing that the brothers from GMSLA, the brothers in the Spanish camp, I seen that they're basically giving tests to brothers that are affiliated, So you're not just gonna be here, with your hands in your pocket, not doing anything, man. The way that the apostles and elders have set this up, they've sent us to labor, man. And even the way that the apostles and elders, because I was watching one of their videos not that long ago, and they said at camp, they said this was one of their camps, I believe like a minute ago. It wasn't one of their recent camps, But they said, Apostle Tahar said, if you don't know what to do, do what we're doing. And what do the apostles and elders do, man? They're constantly putting up lessons. They're constantly going out to teach, in the middle of the week. Even, on Tuesdays, you got the live show with Apostle Gabar and the Bishop Zakaran. So there's always a work being done over here, man. You're not just going to be over here, with your hands in your pocket, being all idle, man. A lot of these guys that are so-called want to get affiliated and get with brothers and stuff, right? A lot of these guys are idle, man. So they don't, really, they want to accept the invitation, but at the same time, they don't want to come under the order. And that's another point that the brother made. A lot of these guys, they're giving double honors to the apostles and elders, and, they're wooed off the doctrine because they know we have the 100% truth, but at the same time, they don't want to come under the order, man. Because when you come under the order, well, guess what? You're going to get proven. We're going to test your spirit. We're going to see if you're really about this, man. Because look, a lot of guys call themselves being in the truth, but when you actually meet some of these guys, they're fucking weirdos, man. And the reason why I say that is because, hey, we over here in GMS Chicago, we had some dude named Joe. And I'm going to say his name. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that guy, man. Fuck this nigga named Joe. He never became part of the camp. All right? And the reason is because he was a weirdo, man. His mind was all over the place, thinking about everything else except the scriptures, man. Here it is, the apostles and elders and brothers are teaching you the scriptures, coming out the scriptures, telling you the truth. And you're over here talking about fucking 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons, and the 666 and the godly DNA. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Get the fuck out of here, bro. See, when you come to camp, you're going to get cursed out, bro. All that shit that you got in your mind, all the weird doctrines that you believe in, or the weird personality that some of you guys have. Look, man, all that shit's gonna get fucking rebuked at the door, man. And that's why some of these guys don't want to come and deal, man. Because, look, when you come to camp, your flaws are gonna be revealed. You're gonna get put on the hot spot many a times. Because when you're coming out of the world and you're coming into the truth, look, man, some of these brothers, especially brothers like this, man, this brother right here, the Elder Nadazakia, and brothers like the Murph, Elder Yaramiah. Hey, man, brothers like that have a very heavy discerning spirit, man. Hey, certain guys get around these elder brothers and they could just tell that these guys are full of bullshit, man. So that's another thing why certain guys don't want to get affiliated, man. Because guess what? All your flaws, all your little bullshit, all your excuses, your bullshit ass mindset that you're carrying, all that's gonna get rebuked, man. And you're gonna get set in order. That's why the elder said, right, that that if you're too soft, if you're effeminate, you're not gonna last in this truth, man. Because, hey, man, there's been times that I've gotten rebuked myself, and it's like, damn, bro. There's been times, like, I'll admit it, man. There's been times that I've gotten rebuked to the point that tears have came out. And, not because I'm sad that I'm getting rebuked, more so because the brother is right, man. See, when a brother puts that spotlight on you and he's reproving you and rebuking you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you're like, man, bro, this brother is right. And it works that godly sorrow that worketh repentance. See, a lot of these guys, as soon as they get rebuked, they're going to take it as disrespect. which is not disrespectful for another man to tell you you're fucking bullshit, bro. That's one thing about being part of a camp. Is gonna test your might, bro. It's not just about going out to teach. Of course, we go out to teach. But guess what? It's a whole process, man. You're gonna have to get humbled. You're gonna have to get talked about yourself, you know. You're gonna be taught, you know, you're gonna hear about yourself, man, from brothers, because look, brothers are gonna tell you to your face, hey Ak, you've been bullshitting. What the fuck have you been doing with your time? You know, what's going on? Why didn't you give your report on time? Do you even got a job? You know? Those things to certain guys, they don't like that, man. They don't like being under order and being given orders, right? They rather be idle, man. They don't want to come under the order because, look, when you come under the order, it says right here, 1 Corinthians 14:40, let all things be done decently and in order. So everything that we do, it has to be in order, man. You can't just go out of line and think you're going to do your own thing or skip over the apostles and elders that have been doing this for 40 plus years and somehow you're going to be the top guy. Look, man, just humble down and do, you know, just ask the Lord what your lot is in this truth, man. Not everybody's going to be the top guy, man, and that's okay. That's okay, man. You don't gotta be the top guy, bro. You don't even like to even think about being the top guy, man. I don't know what Apostle Tahar gotta deal with. I don't know what Apostle Gabar gotta deal with. I don't know what Apostle Ramlab and Apostle Rakah and all these elder brothers being in their leadership position. I don't know what they gotta deal with being in that position, man. So why do you want to be in a top position for what, bro? For what? There was even a guy that said that he's down to get affiliated if he gets his own camp. For what, bro? Look, let me just read this. This is let me get this one real quick. This is or let me get verse 18 and then I'm going to skip down to verse 27. But it says right here, 1 Corinthians 12:18, it says, but now has God set the members, every one of them, in the body as it has pleased them. So the Lord, when he calls you into this truth, guess what? He's going to set you in order where you belong, bro, as it has pleased him. You're not just going to come in here and decide to be the top guy. No, bro. That's not what's going to happen. You know, you're going to get humbled. You're going to start from the bottom. And that's okay, bro. You know? See, that's another reason why guys don't want to come and report in. Because they know they're going to have to start at the bottom. They don't want to start at the bottom. They want to keep doing their own thing, giving double honors and so on. But they're not under the order. How do we know who you are, bro? If you don't come under the order, if you don't report in. You see? Hey, Paul reported to in Jerusalem, man, to the apostles. So even Paul was under order, man. Paul was under order. Even though Paul was you know, he was his ministry was unto the Gentiles, right? And the apostles, for the most part, were in in Jerusalem and parts like that. He still he still came under the order, you know, to go to Jerusalem and, you know, to really see how to deal with certain situations, man. So even back then there was order, man. Men reporting in to other men. That's not going off, bro. And that's why the brother put the the title, stop getting hyped off these affiliate camps, because a lot of these so-called affiliate camps, man, they're not really they're giving double honors, but they're not really fucking with the order, man. All right. So it says right here, 1 Corinthians 12 and 27. It says, now ye are the body of Mashiach and members in particular. And God has set some in the church, first apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healings, helps, governments, diversities of tongues. Are all apostles? Are all prophets? Are all teachers? Are all workers of miracles? Have all the gifts of healing? Do all speak with tongues? Do all interpret? So basically, everybody's not going to be an apostle. Not everybody's going to be, this great teacher. And, not everybody's going to be on that level, man. And that's okay, because the Lord has set us in our order as it has pleased them. He has set us, being part of the body. He has set us as members, every one of us, in our own order, man. And that's okay. You got to ask the Lord what your lot is in this truth, man. And then follow that protocol, man. Pray on it, fast if you have to. And then when the Lord reveals that answer, follow through with it, man. You see? Because when you become part of a camp, look, you have to get busy within the camp. You somehow have to contribute so that the camp could run smoothly, man. You don't want to be the guy that's always idle and never has, always asking for money and always getting rebuked and always being told what to do and always got the same questions. And it's like, damn, bro, have you been studying? Have you been reading? Have you been taking heed to the counsel that brothers are giving you? Like, look, man, when you become part of a camp, it's going to test your might. Going out to teach is going to test your might. It's going to test your character. You're going to get put on the hot seat, get rebuked. What are you going to do? You're going to talk back? You're going to talk back? That's crazy, bro. Backbiting and shit. No, bro, that's that's crazy, man. Like, you can't just come over here and think you're going to be him. You're going to be the great guy, the one that everybody loves. No, bro. And another thing that the brother said, he said that a lot of these guys have a rebellious spirit. See, when you come to deal and report into a camp, you find out and you learn how things are ran. You find out how certain situations are judged. You see the protocol of how certain situations, how brothers follow that protocol, how they deal within the scriptures, how they counsel brothers, right? You ultimately see the order of things, man. You see, and you got to get within the order. And certain people get offended at that, because now you got to report in. Now you got to, tell brothers about your whereabouts, what you're doing, what's going on with you. Guys don't want to do that because ultimately they're in that rebellious spirit. They don't want to report in. Yeah, a lot of these guys are in this spirit, man. It says right here, it says Jude 1 and 8. It says, likewise also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignities. See, these guys, they're filthy dreamers. I believe that word filthy dreamers, it goes into false prophecies. So a lot of these guys, when they're teaching, man, they're really just bringing out, they're trying to change up the doctrine. They're trying to somehow bring in this new... Why is the blue letter like that? Salakia. I don't know what the... what's going on with that. But anyways, it says right here in the book of Jude, let me get that word for dreamers, right? Because a lot of these guys, they're really, that's what they are. They're a bunch of filthy dreamers, man. It says G1797. Let's see what it says in the Greek.
Strong's G 1797, Enupniadzomai, Enupniadzomai,
I'm not even
Thayer's
gonna
lexicon,
attempt to try to pronounce
Enupniadzo,
that. You know, you heard it yourself.
Enupniadzo,
It's G1797. All right, it's G1797. It says to dream divinely suggested dreams, metaphorically, to be beguiled with sensual images and carried away to an impious course of conduct. Damn. Oh, damn. I didn't even know that was in there. Damn, bro. See, these guys are a bunch of filthy dreamers, man. They get carried away with their own idea of the truth. They want to establish their own righteousness. They want to run their own camp. They want to do their own thing. Then they get carried away to an impious course of conduct, man. They start disrespecting the apostles and elders, the men who taught them, the men who gave them the 100% truth, the one that showed them how to do things in the proper protocol, how to follow the order. And these filthy dreamers, these guys start to get out of line, bro. They start to defile the flesh. They start to despise dominion. I believe that goes into them not wanting order. They don't want to follow order, man. They hate it. It says right here, let me read it in the NLT. It says, Jude 1:8, in the same way, these people who claim authority from their dreams live immoral lives, defy authority, and scoff at supernatural beings, which I believe the speak evil of dignities. That's going into the elders, I believe. Salakia, let me just double check. Let me get the Strongs. It says, speak evil. Says glory as very apparent in a wide application, literal or figurative, objective or subjective, dignity, glorious, honor, praise, worship. Let me see. Okay. But the point is, right, the point that I'm trying to get from the scripture is that these guys, they start to learn this breakdown and that breakdown. They get a little bit of knowledge and they get puffed up, and they start to become these filthy dreamers, man. They start to despise authority. They start to defy authority, man. Despise dominion. They don't want to come under the order because ultimately their real character is going to get exposed. And that's another thing about coming to report. The real you, I'm talking about the real you, your true colors, who your spirit is. That's going to be found out, man. Your real character, who you really are. That's going to get exposed in the midst of the whole congregation, man. Whether it be found out that you're a real brother, oh, nah, that's a real brother, man. From all the, from all the whole time that you've been dealing, you got good standing with bros, bros know that you're a good brother. Or whether it be exposed that you're actually a fucking terrible person and that you're not actually a brother, but a fucking, one of those guys that crept in unawares, man. You're going to get found out in one way, shape, or form, because that's what this truth is about. This truth is going to expose you, man. That tells you that in the book of John, the 3rd chapter, it says that basically that's why certain guys don't want to come to the light, because it's going to it's going to really shine the light on their wickedness. But it says right here, John 3:19, and this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light lest his deeds should be reproved. So that's why certain guys don't want to come to camp. See, some guys start to comment talking about, well, I've known about this truth for 30 plus years. Then you click on their channel, it's a empty channel, no videos, no lessons. Well, why haven't you came to camp? You're talking about you're in this city, in this state. Well, you're about 15, 30 minutes, probably an hour away from camp. Why don't you report in? You don't want to report in because your deeds are going to be reproved. Your actions, the way that you think. See, a lot of these guys have a weird ass mindset, man. They don't want to get reproved. A lot of these guys are still going the fuck off, man. Still going the fuck off. And they don't want to come to the light lest their deeds should be reproved. See, when you come amongst the brothers, the scripture says that when two or three are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst thereof. So Yahweh Shai, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is amongst us. So when you come around the brothers, it's like you're going to get, the spotlight is going to be on you if you're full of bullshit, man. If you're full of shit, the spotlight is going to be on you. If you're full of shit, you're going to get put on the hot seat, man. You're going to be reproved. You're going to be humbled. You're going to get counsel. And guys don't like that. Guys do not like that, man. But let me keep reading. It says, but he that doeth truth cometh to the light. See, the ones that are actually, coming in the right way, they're going to come to the light, man. Those that do truth. It says, but he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in God. So ultimately, certain guys, they come to the light and it gets found out that their deeds, their actions, they're actually wrought in God. That Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that brother could be a man of the Lord, bro. It could be found out, like manifested amongst brothers, like, damn, nah, bro, that's a brother, man. I know that's a brother, man. He starts giving you a rundown of all the things that that the brother done did, man. Hey, look, man, coming to these camps is gonna really test your might. All right? It's gonna test your character. It's gonna test who you actually are. And that's why guys don't want to come. Because it says right here, Sirach 1:29, be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul, and so God discover thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. And that's why guys don't want to come to the light. That's why guys don't want to report in to brothers and to the camps and ultimately to Great Millstone, right? Because the Lord is going to discover their secrets in the midst of the whole congregation, man. That's what's happening to guys. Hey, like that one guy, I forgot his name. He just got exposed. Man, what was his name? He just got exposed, man. But, even the recent guy that just got exposed as well, Shoppa of the 12 or whatever, I'm not going to comment much on it because, to be truthfully honest, man, that's guys like that, they're getting exposed and cast down in the midst of the congregation. The Lord is the one exposing those men. And multiple brothers already spoke on it, right? So, look, the point is that certain guys don't want to come because then their whole situation and how they run things is going to be thrown out into the trash. And you're going to come under the order and you're going to have to listen and follow this order, man, whether you like it or not. All right? And if you're offended, if you don't like the order, the Lord is going to expose that. There's so many guys that have been, that have murmured, that don't like the order, that don't like how things are ran. And then they get exposed. Then they get exposed, man. You know? You got guys that you thought were brothers, and you got fucking niggas, saying that my car don't run off charity. That's, hey, look, there was, man, I'm not even gonna go into it, bro. Just know that when you come to camp, it's gonna test your might. It's gonna test your character. It's gonna be found out who you actually are. All right. It's gonna be found out who you actually are. You see? But let me see if I have any more precepts. Let me see. Let me get this one. It says right here, Sirach 32 and 21. I was already there. But it says Sirach 32 and 21. It says, be not confident in a plain way. See, and when you're not amongst brothers and you're not amongst, especially brothers that have been in this truth for a very long time and that have experience and that have seen things, right? They're going to be able to provide proper counsel to you, man. And when you're outside of the camp and you're not around brothers, right? You're going to be confident in a plain way. Anything that you think of, you're going to follow it. Whatever you want to do, you're going to do it. And that's not what this truth is about. You can't just come into this truth and do whatever you want, man. Sometimes you need counsel. I use this precept a lot right here. Sirach 32 and 19, it says, do nothing without advice, and when thou hast once done, repent not. So this is a precept that I use a lot, man. When I'm about to go do something, I'm like, man, hold on, bro. Let me call a brother real quick. I'll call a brother, ask for advice, weigh it through the spirit, see how, get some proper counsel on the situation, and then I follow that counsel, and it'd be the spirit, man. It'd be the spirit how things turn out, That's one thing about being part of a camp. You get proper counsel from elder brothers that have experience, man. You can't learn that on YouTube. You can't learn that through a video, man. That's a hands-on experience. I've seen brothers, get rebuked and then get built up right after, man. You know how beautiful it is to witness that? To see men build each other up in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. That's brotherhood right there, man. A lot of these so-called affiliate guys, they're not trying to join a brotherhood. They want to be part of some fucking barbecue family club bullshit, man. This ain't no, hangout, man. You're not going to come over here and become best friends with elder brother, man. The fuck? Who the fuck do you think you are, man? You're not going to come over here and be besties with every single brother. Nah, bro, you're going to get rebuked. You're going to get set in order. You're going to get humbled. You're going to be told about yourself. All right? And it's not going to be, it's not going to feel good, but it's going to bring out that peaceable fruit. It's going to build you up in the spirit to really go out there on the highways and byways to teach and preach this word, to edify and feed the flock, to put you in the right spirit of what we're involved in. A lot of guys don't know what we're involved in. They haven't counted the cost. They don't realize that we could go to jail for this, that we could get put to death for this, man. We're risking our lives doing this, being part of this truth, man. And certain guys think this is just a trend, a hangout group. Nah, bro. This isn't none of that. This is the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and he's raising up the tabernacle of David as in the days of old. He's closing up the breaches thereof, man. And what comes with that is that a lot of guys are gonna get exposed as the Lord is, raising up the tabernacle of David as in the days of old. A lot of guys are gonna get exposed, man. A lot of guys are gonna get exposed. So look, man. Yeah. Hey, the house of David is only gonna wax stronger and stronger, man. Whether these guys want to come under the order or not, whether these guys want to listen or not, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the elect are gonna wake up to the actual truth and come under the order. They're not gonna mind, to reverence the priest of the Lord. Because that's another thing about coming into the truth. You got to fear the Lord. It says right here, Sirach 7:29, fear the Lord with all thy soul and reverence his priests. You look, the brothers that you're around, they're priests of the Lord. The apostles and elders, and the elders within your respective camp, those are priests of the Lord. Prophets, apostles, teachers. All right. And it says reverence his priests. These aren't just regular men that you're disrespecting. These are prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. That's a point that the brother made in the lesson. This isn't, just because I've known a brother for 44 years or however long, right? That doesn't mean I'm going to get comfortable with disrespecting a brother, man. Disrespecting an elder. Hey, over here in GMS Chicago, is even though we're a large camp, we're also very close knit to each other, man. You got certain brothers that are more close to this brother, and even though certain brothers are closer to other brothers, there's still a level of reverence, a level of respect, a level of honor, man. You're not just gonna come into this camp or any other camp and be the top guy, some hot shot, and start disrespecting elder brothers that have been doing this truth, man. Talking about you get affiliated if I get my own camp. Who are you, bro? Who the fuck are you, man? You gotta come under the order. All right? It's not about being the top guy. This truth is about order. All right? This truth is about order. So with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom and Abba.